This is where it all began. PlayStation 1, the console that changed the world of gaming. It marked the beginning of a new era, an era of 3D games, digital entertainment, and unforgettable memories still cherished by millions around the world. PlayStation 1 wasn't just a console. It was the beginning of a new era of entertainment. Do you remember that feeling when the PlayStation logo appeared on the screen? PlayStation started as a project meant to unite Sony and Nintendo, a joint console that would use CD technology. But after disagreements, Sony decided to go their own way. And that decision changed everything, because it gave birth to an entirely new direction in the gaming industry. From its first release in Japan in 1994 to the end of production in 2006, more than 102 million units of this legendary console were sold. PlayStation became the first gaming console in history to surpass the milestone of 100 million units sold. PlayStation 1, the smaller, sleeker version of the original console, was released in 2000. Its rounded white design looked more modern and friendly compared to the boxy grey version from 1994. At the time, it was a true technological marvel. The PlayStation ran on a 32-bit processor clocked at 33.8 MHz. The graphics processor could handle roughly 360,000 polygons per second and offered what was known as 2.5D graphics, a blend of 2D textures and 3D objects, which was groundbreaking for its era. The console featured 2 MB of system RAM and 1 MB of video memory, both considered top-tier specs back in 1994. The sound chip provided 16-bit stereo output and supported up to 24 audio channels, giving games a much richer musical and sound experience. Video and audio were transmitted through the AV output, using either a SCART cable, RF modulator, or composite RCA, depending on the type of TV players had at home. While the original PlayStation had an internal power supply, the newer PlayStation 1 used an external power adapter, similar to modern consoles or laptops. This change helped reduce weight, shrink the console's size, and keep it running cooler. The controller was precise and comfortable. It was later enhanced with analog sticks and vibration. The symbols square, triangle, circle, and cross became the icons of an entire era of gaming. It was the foundation on which today's DualSense is built. PlayStation used CD-ROMs, a medium that brought a revolution, replacing other old storage formats. Each disc held about 660 megabytes, allowing developers to add high-quality sound, animations, and voice acting. Sony used specially pressed discs with a black surface, letting the console recognize original games and protect against piracy. If you wanted to save your game progress, you had to buy a memory card. It had a capacity of 1 megabyte, enough to store dozens of games. The total number of games sold on the PS1 is over 960 million. Each had its own world, its own style, its own challenges. Which one was your favorite? Crash Bandicoot 3 was a crazy ride through time. One moment you were in Egypt, then riding a motorcycle, and at other times flying on a carpet. Resident Evil 3, Nemesis. Dark streets of Raccoon City, and the feeling that something was watching you. I'll never forget the moment Nemesis burst through the door. Gran Turismo. No monsters, no chaos. Just silence, the track, and the engine. I remember doing my first driving school. Well, the racing license. A world where you could buy a car like your parents had and race it legally. Spyro the Dragon was pure joy. You flew over colorful levels, collected gems, and rescued friends. I remember jumping from island to island, and feeling that every level held a surprise. Tekken 3 was pure fighting. We all learned combos and tricks, trying out new characters. Tomb Raider was for fans of puzzles and adventure. You explored mysterious temples, solved puzzles, and admired the surrounding nature. Metal Gear Solid was really tough. That horrible alarm when you were spotted and the countdown. scared of it to this day. Today, the world of gaming is on a completely different level. The PlayStation 5 delivers around 10 teraflops of performance, a million times more than the original PS1. Modern games commonly reach sizes of 100 to 200 gigabytes, while entire games on the original PlayStation usually fit into just a few hundred megabytes. Even your smartphone today has an 8-core processor, 8 gigabytes of RAM, and can run at speeds of up to 3 GHz. An unimaginable leap from the 33 MHz single-core processor of the first console. Modern smartphones can even emulate the PS1 environment, running the original games directly on your mobile device. This shows just how incredible the technological progress has been over the past 30 years. PlayStation 1 wasn't just a console. It was the beginning of a new era of entertainment. It brought joy, competition, and unforgettable memories into homes everywhere.